When Tom looked back at Carrington, the man had already stood up and was downing what remained of his drink. Carrington peeled off 2 20s from a wad of bills and placed them on the table. He was returning the wad to his pocket and smiling as he headed toward Tom, clearly in a hurry. Things were in motion now that Tom was here. Carrington extended his hand. "It's good to see you again, Tom." "It's good to see you too, sir." Carrington's grip was firm, his handshake enthusiastic. He was fewer than 15 years older than Tom, and yet he was the closest thing to a father Tom had known for a long time. He was wearing dark blue jeans, a shirt and tie, dress shoes, and a wide-collared leather coat. Though Tom had seen Carrington in civilian clothes before, it always struck him as odd. He almost didn't even recognize the man. "You don't have to call me sir anymore, Tom." He looked Tom over quickly, then said, "You look good. Older. I mean that in a good way." Before Tom could respond, Carrington told him there wasn't a lot of time and they needed to move. He led Tom out and onto the sidewalk where they faced Rivington. "Honestly, Tom, I didn't think you were going to show up." "Thought about not," Tom said. "The breach in protocol was unavoidable. I'll explain when I can, but you're here now and that's what matters." "Why am I here?" Carrington casually reached up and brushed his ear twice with the tip of his index finger. Tom understood the gesture, a warning that someone could be listening. "Some people need to talk to you," Carrington said. "I work with them from time to time. I trust them and so can you." "Who are they?" "She's NSA, he's private sector." This at least confirmed for Tom how the mysterious female had known to call Stella's phone. "I won't be able to go with you," Carrington said. "I'm sorry about that." "Where am I going?" "Not far. This won't take long, Tom. Just pay attention, ask any questions you need to ask, and feel free to say no. Do you understand?" Tom nodded. The 2 black SUVs pulled to a stop in front of them, and the back passenger side door of the first vehicle swung open. Carrington faced Tom. "You remember what John Locke wrote in his second treatise on government, right?" A baffling question, but Tom knew the answer, so he nodded. "Tell me," Carrington said. He wrote that the first law of nature is self-defense. There was a touch of fatherly pride to Carrington's smile. And thank God the Founding Fathers read him, right? This comment did nothing to clear up Tom's confusion. Carrington looked at Tom squarely and said, "You understand what I'm saying, right?" He didn't, but he trusted that at some point he would understand, so he nodded again. Carrington said, "Good." From inside the SUV, a male voice said, "Let's get moving." Tom ignored that and waited for further instructions from his former commanding officer. "It's so good to see you, Tom," Carrington said, "and civilian life clearly agrees with you. I wasn't sure it would, but I'm glad to know I was wrong." He extended his hand again. Tom took it, but this time there was something in Carrington's palm. A small flip phone. Out of date, practically ancient. As they released hands, Tom palmed the phone, then discreetly pocketed it. "Remember," Carrington said, "feel free to say no. There's no shame in looking out for oneself." Carrington stepped back and Tom turned and got into the waiting SUV. Through the heavily tinted window, Tom watched a man join Carrington on the sidewalk, shaved head and scarred face, dressed in a black nylon jacket, khaki pants, and black tactical boots. The very gear that made private military contractors, at least certain types of PMCs, easy to spot. The scarred man's face said something to Carrington, who nodded and spoke. The way the man quickly turned away told Tom that Carrington had given him some kind of order. Maybe even an urgent one. Tom watched the 2 men, Carrington standing still, the scarred-faced man walking away, till they were gone from his sight. In the front seats of the SUV were 2 men in dark suits. Both had short, neatly trimmed hair and earpieces affixed in their right ears. The man in the back seat beside Tom was dressed in jeans.